Hey, everybody. I played the intro earlier and never hit go live the second time. Look at me go. And I was talking to Ken as if I was live. So great, Don. You jinxed me. So quite a people. We got Don, Alec, Donnie, Jody. Did I miss anybody?
A late Alec.
Oh, yeah, Alec was late. Don't know why he was late. It seemed to me like he was already there. But like I was saying to Ken, I thought I was saying it to you guys, but I was saying it to Ken. We left off on pack 17. Here's pack 17. Well, let's get building.
Well, it looks like you're reaching for the sky there.
I am.
That tower.
I am. It actually, let's see. Let's turn this camera. It's not set up for this, but there is how tall it is right now.
That's looking great.
And you can see Goofy is guarding us outside. Set that up today with the curtain just so that, you know, when I'm live, it blocks a little bit of the noise out there.
We're getting a hi from Jody to me. Donnie saying Buck was late too. Alex.
Oh no, I started the stream. I just didn't start the stream.
That's right. And Don says hello to me as well. Well, hello guys. I just got back in time from the dentist.
Yep, appreciate it.
Didn't think I was going to make it, but my mouth is not as frozen as I thought it would be.
And no, that's not going to be a future Marley cam because actually, let's see what I can do here. So, okay. So you see, actually, there's the second bench and there's the third bench. And you can see where the cell phone is. Hang on. See if I can find my... There. The cell phone right there.
Yeah.
There's going to be a camera there. And there's already set up another camera right there. So I will be able to hit all three benches with the camera. Oh, and this camera will eventually end up right here. So you're going to get a face cam that is just like right up in your face. So lots going on in here. I'm almost done cleaning this mess up. And then I got to start going through everything again. Because I have a ton of stuff in drawers that needs to be sorted out. Where is it? There it is.
Alex says shaky Alec cam.
Yes. Well, it's shaky because it's on a arm. It's not because Alec is here. We don't let Alec in here. He drools all over himself.
Don says, think of the nightmares ahead. Close-up cam.
Yeah. So what have people thought? I'm just curious of the Advent builds that I've got going. Because I've got the Enterprise D and the DeLorean going.
Okay.
Oh, this is funny. This right here, actually, let's shed a little bit of light on the subject here. There we go. This block right here does not match the color of the book, and I've seen people will complain about that because it doesn't match the Lego.
Is that Imadua? Is that Cam?
Yes, that is Cam.
Yeah. Sorry, Cam. I just didn't want to say it without being correct. So Cam is here.
welcome.
And Stephen Haynes is here.
Welcome, Stephen. Marley's poking his nose through the curtain going, can I come in? Well, it's funny because Marley is, he's a pit bull, which people are scared of pit bulls. What they don't understand is that pit bull is just another type of dog. He is very nervous because he had a rough childhood.
Right.
And it's kind of funny because we picked up Remy, who is he's 9 weeks old now. And he fell in love. He and Marley are like best buds. It's very awesome.
Alex says he's feeling better now. He had to lay down for a bit. Well, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better.
I agree with Donnie. Pit bulls are the best kind of dogs. And Alec, you don't have to be sick to lay down. I laid down for a little bit earlier, which is why I was really late for Keith's stream. Oh yeah, they are muscly dogs, and they have an uncanny knack of being able to make themselves weigh about 14,000 pounds. Marley's laying on the bed, and we want him to move, and he's like, I don't want to move. He weighs about 14,000 pounds. So, wow. 15 of these things.
I think we all should have just done a HDM Friday night gingerbread build.
Yeah, I agree. I also saw, and you just got back from the dentist, you may not have seen it, but I think it was Jordan was mentioning we should all do a 24-hour build, which I'm like, yeah, that would be cool, but what would we build? Grissom. That would be interesting.
I would not be able to stay awake for 24 hours.
I would, but I'd have to take a long nap first.
If we were allowed to take breaks and there as long as someone was always on, then yeah, it wouldn't be so bad.
Well, that's what we did a couple of years ago. I was the only one who stayed for the entire thing, and it was just on Discord, not publicly.
Right.
But we did what was it? I was on for 16 hours from like 8 o'clock in the morning to midnight. Actually, probably closer to 2. It was kind of interesting.
Yeah. Alex just says he was not being in the best of mood due to his bike problems.
Yeah, I understand that. It frightens me, the problems you have. It frightens me to ever think that you would drive a car.
Donnie says, yeah, Jack would go completely limp when I tried to pick him up.
Yeah. That's what Marley does. And considering he weighs 90 pounds, he's a big pit bull.
Yikes.
Yeah. Well, when we got him, he was 59 pounds, and you could see his ribs.
Oh.
Yeah. And unfortunately, same with Remy. Remy, you can still see his ribs. When he lays down, you can literally count his ribs. But he's had the puppy stress problem that puppies have stress related issues and take a while for their leavings to become fully solid when you move them.
Yeah.
And he's finally getting to that point. Where is it? It's over there. Thank you. I'm looking for a very small piece. I'm looking for another one of these 1x1 slanted pieces. Interesting. Where is it?
Is it like right there? Oh, you just missed it. Right by those two white ones. Is it white?
No, it's brown like this one.
Oh, okay.
Bad part is I'm missing one of these too. Two on the bottom, one on the top. And I doubt it's missing. It's just I gotta sort through this.
Alex says, my pit mix is so loving yet a big coward and baby. I've accidentally scared the pee out of her a few times.
Ah, there it is. There, that's funny. Both of them.
There you go.
Well, they were sitting just like that. So they look like one piece.
Jody says, I hope to have fully solid leavings one day.
We hope that for Ian too.
Don says, just think, Buck, a couple more dogs and you can have a sled team.
Actually, let me think. Yeah, we have enough.
Donnie says it's over there.
Yep. Probably let them out of the kennels.
Yeah, you probably should, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is our dogs only, well, not anymore, but Remy was originally kept in the kennel that we got from Marley in case we needed it. You know, and it's not one of the old style plastic ones. This one's kind of a really nice kennel. We kept him there for, I don't know, the first 3 or 4 days, and then my wife relented.
Well, there you go. Oh, I just sorry, I was going to say something else, but go ahead.
Yeah, my wife is a big softie when it comes to dogs.
Yeah, so am I. Pretty much any animal.
Oh, so you should like Ian, big dumb animal that he is.
I was just gonna say earlier there that I just realized we got Jimmy John's here in Canada now.
Do you?
Yeah, so I had Jimmy John's for the first time tonight. It was
Very
good.
Cool.
Yeah, it was good.
One that a sandwich company that we've had, and I really, really, really miss them, and might have to go to Wisconsin because we're close enough sometime, and my daughter's up there. So, Cousin Subs. Oh, they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they bake the bread fresh in the store. They were really good.
Technically, so does Subway, but I mean, hey.
Yeah, Subway's okay. Or Quiznos.
You know, I actually don't mind a Quiznos every now and then.
Yeah, Quiznos. Quiznos, I think, was the first company that really started cooking the
doing the big sub thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure there were smaller, like mom and pop shops that did before that, but they were the first big chain, probably.
Probably. They were the first one that I saw doing that.
Yeah. That, and I do like their cheddar, what is it? Cheddar broccoli soup. If I'm gonna get Quiznos, I'll usually get their cheddar broccoli soup.
Never had that.
That's just a good soup in a sandwich. At least the one around here, that's all they have for soup. I don't know if other ones have different soups or not.
You know, a good soup or a good bread company is Panera.
Yeah, I've only had Panera a couple times, and yeah, it was good.
And just for fun, to pick on Keith from his stream. Oh, look, stickers.
Was he missing stickers or something?
Yeah, he couldn't find his stickers. I always love when they tell you to put a piece right here. There's nothing attached.
Just put it there.
Put a piece there.
So has our talk of sandwiches made anybody hungry yet?
Made me hungry. Andres actually came down to make dinner right as I came down to set up for this.
Oh, you're a late dinner guy, are you?
Not usually. Look at me. I'm putting these on here wrong. Supposed to be all the way in the center here. I put it on the edge.
Well,
Not usually.
That's our Buck living on the edge.
Exactly. I'm not usually a late dinner guy, but since Jordan works the late shift, we tend to do it more often than not these days.
Man, I wiped out today. Coming in, bringing my groceries into the house out of the breezeway, and I was wearing my slippers. And my last couple bags I was bringing in, the toe of my slipper caught the doorway, and I tripped and fell hard. Oh man, I thought I was gonna, when I was going down, I thought I was gonna break my arm.
Ooh.
But my elbow just is killing me now.
Oh yeah. Landing on your elbow, I'm not sure which was better.
I didn't land on my elbow, I landed straight armed.
Oh, ow.
Yeah. That's why my elbow hurts. And I'd like other places, like my one knee is killing me now. A few scrapes and scuffs. Oh yeah, just a little sore, Donnie. I was bringing in some of the last items I had ordered for some boxes for you guys for Christmas again, and I didn't want to squish things and break things.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is that Andrea has a chunk of metal about this long in her wrist.
Ooh.
Yeah, we were renting a house and we had just moved into it.
Yep.
And I got home and she made me dinner, and I'm sitting in the living room eating dinner on a TV tray. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm going to hang a curtain here." And I'm like, "Do you want me to get you the ladder?" She's like, "No, I'll use the chair." The chair with the little felt discs on it that we had put on there so they would slide easier.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, she fell off of that chair, and her first thought was, if I land on my surgically repaired back, this is going to be bad. So of course, instead of landing on her back, she caught herself, her full weight, on her right wrist.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, it was more than ouch. When she screamed, it was all I could do not to throw the TV tray across the room to get it out of my way.
Oh.
I got out into the hallway. Dominic came out and he's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Shut up." I was just angry at the time. It was like, "Get out of the way, shut up, blah, blah, blah." And I have pictures somewhere of the x-rays. They left them up so we could take a picture of them. And her wrist was like, well, here. Instead of being like this, it was like this.
Ooh, gosh.
And that was how it hung, because she had broken the bone here.
Yeah.
It was...
Jody says, hope you're okay, Ken. Sounds like you hyperextended your elbow. My elbow. Yeah. Actually, I've
Yeah, hope
hyperextended my knees. I actually have a physiotherapist coming every Monday here that work on my knees because my knees actually bend slightly backwards.
Ow!
Yeah, they can hyperextend backwards slightly. When I was in the artillery, we used to jump out of the what you guys would call a deuce and a half.
Yeah.
And ours was the gun tractor version, so it was higher because it had the ammo bustles underneath the floor of where the troops sit in the back. So, and I'm 6'2", and the tailgate we would jump over as soon as we pulled into position with our artillery piece, with our howitzer. We'd have to jump out right away, unhook the gun, and and you're jumping out from a height that's taller than I am. Like it was probably close to 7 feet onto uneven, unknown ground. You're just jumping out. You don't know what the ground, you can see it, but it's under grass and stuff. So is it completely even? Is there maybe a small little hump there or something? So I've had lots of friends who blew knees out and everything like that, and yeah, my knees are shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, every Monday I have a physiotherapist come in and help me work on my knees.
Does not sound like a fun time.
Yeah, it's pensioned. I mean, but it sucks.
Yeah. Well,
I'll probably need a walker in the future.
And I will tell you right now, I know your pain.
Yeah.
I think I've told the story before of hanging curtain. When we moved out of the house where Andrea fell, we moved into the house that we bought, and I'm up on the ladder that we have, a little giant, one of the extendable ones.
Yep.
Well, I have it taken apart into two pieces because it's really heavy when it's fully together. So I've got the one piece, the internal frame piece that's just an A-frame that you're not really supposed to go up on by itself. I'm up on that, hanging a curtain, and it tilts on me, and I fall off of it. Oof. And I hit the ground. I landed on one leg. And when that happened, when I hit the ground with that leg, this is my leg, and it's supposed to, the knee's supposed to bend like this.
Yeah.
My leg pointed this way.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. It was very exciting. And what I looked at it and I'm like, that's not right. And but the funny thing is, a couple of weeks before that, I had a troop with a bad knee who his knee would go out, and he knew how to fix it. The patella would pop off and pop over, and his knee would go out and everything. And so he had straightened it out and fixed it, but he still had to go to the emergency room. Having talked to him and having him say that he would just pop it over and it would be, he'd be able to press on with pride. I'm like, I can do that. And I did. I pushed my knee back, or my leg back into place. And I'm like, okay, the patella's on the side. That's not where it belongs. Push it up here. Everything pops back in place. I'm like, okay. And I stood the ladder up and got up on the ladder and hung the curtain.
Wow. Yeah, when I fell there and I was laying there today, I laid there for about 30 seconds, just kind of like checking everything on myself. Look, okay, that's okay. That hurts, but it's okay. Just kind of making sure. I don't know if it was actually 30 seconds, but it felt like it.
Yeah, you lay there and you count parts and go, okay, that's still there. That's still there. But and it was funny too, because after I'd got the curtain hung, I called Andrea, let her know what had happened. And she's like, she says to me, go to the urgent care, and I said, "Do I have to?" And she says, "Yes." Well, I went over to the house where she was at, where we were moving out, and went over to her, and she took one look at my knee and said, "Go now." Okay, Mom. I'm sorry.
Gordon's here. Hey,
Hey,
Gordon.
Gordon.
Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Hope you're doing well.
And in case anybody's wondering, I have a cut under the bottom of my finger. That's why it's bandaged. Although where the Band-Aid is, it's irritating because you see my finger keeps staying out.
Well, you can just tell your wife, no, that's why you can't help do dishes.
That doesn't stop me.
You put on a rubber glove then?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I just feel the sting for the first 30 seconds or so and go, yep, that's good. You know how it is, Ken. As you get older, pain just tells you you're alive.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I did miss one. Okay. Sitting here looking over at the over this monitor where the picture's at versus this monitor where the instructions are at, and the instructions and where I put the face cam is kind of like what Jordan did with his. It's strategically placed so that when I look at the instructions, I'll be looking right past the camera.
Sorry, Joey's like, I've never felt so alive.
Same here. Every morning I get up and I'm like, yeah, still alive. Damn it.
Howard's here. Hey, Howard.
Hey, Howard.
He says, I'll give you some of that acid I used to take and clean my milk equipment back in the day. You know, you had to cut that day. Yeah, you know, you had to cut that day. Yeah.
Yeah. And we might, depending on what's going on with Howard, because I believe he's still mobile right now. Since you weren't going to make it, I had Howard lined up. So if he decides to pop in, you are more than welcome, Howard, to pop in, and we'll just have a three-way conversation.
There we go. I'm just thinking of other times I got injured in the Army.
Yeah.
Like one time when I was enemy force, I had the we call it a C9. You guys call it an M249, the saw.
Yeah.
And so, which was great. You know, so and we're attacking a whole bunch of officer recruits going through their what was their engineers course, their combat engineers course, and we're attacking them from across a minefield. So we're just keeping their attention on us, and we have a couple of guys flanking, going through their entire lines, just wiping them out. You can see all their return fire positions slowly stop returning fires as each one got wiped out. But so there I am, I fired several belts off, you know, rapidly with the C9, because what the hell, right? Blank ammo, having fun, blah blah blah. So my barrel is like glowing hot, and so we finished the attack or whatever. Like we're just getting up, and because we were in a tree line, they were in a tree line. There was a field in between full of mines. So whatever, we go to get up and start moving. And I kind of flip the machine gun kind of up to catch the handguard, but my hand went too far forward and caught the barrel.
Owie.
Yeah, right away I took my hand and stuck it in the sand. But yeah, I had some major blisters off of that.
Wait a minute.
I also
Something
have a
ain't right
scar on my
here.
chin from a saw. Doing an attack in an enemy force again, because I was actually part of the I'm trying to remember if I was part of Recce or if I was part of the OP on that exercise. It was in the winter though, and we're wearing those winter white muckluck type boots and running across, and I've got the C9 again because I love that thing, the saw, and so I'm firing away with that, not overheating it or anything this time, but at one point I went to go dive to the ground and have the bipod out and fire again, and I slipped as soon as I dove, and then my chin went right off the feed cover of the saw.
Ouch.
Yeah, blood everywhere. One of the other people with our group though was we had the medic with us. She was cute. But we get back to our tent after the attack, and she's like, "You're bleeding." I'm like, "What?" And I look at my coat in the now white light because we're in our tent or whatever. And I mean, we're not responsible for security or anything that night, and so we could go white light in our tent, so we did. And yeah, I looked down the front of my winter coat. There's just blood everywhere. I'm like, "Oh,
That's never fun. I knew somebody was going to say that.
And I've got a little scar on my chin."
So back when I built this, I put the pins on the wrong side.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. I'm fixing it right now.
And Donnie's getting all excited about you, myself, and Howard having a three-way. But
Yes.
that costs extra, Donnie. I mean, those two aren't even in the same state, and I'm not even in the same country. That's going to cost you lots.
That's going to cost a whole lots of money. So yeah, what I'm doing is I'm pulling these out. Hey, Trent. Here. Welcome. I'm pulling these out and putting them from the inside. I looked at them a while back and I was like, that looks odd, but I'll figure it out later. So this is later.
Well, at least you figured it out.
Yeah. Well, I had to go quite a ways back in the book to figure out what to do. And by book, I mean the PDF that I have on the computer. Ah, come on, get in there. Get in there.
Get in your hole. You're too good for your hole.
Yes. There we go. And that's how tightly these fit. I don't think I've ever had to use any kind of pliers with Legos. Okay.
Actually, Jody, did you end up watching my latest buddy build video? Or if anybody else did? I had a quick question for you. I just want to know how well, if you could make out that Aztec pattern after I peeled off the Aztec mask.
I'll be honest, I didn't get a chance yet.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, it's quite obvious to me in person, and then I try to show it on camera, but it's kind of hard to see. Donnie says, "Well, if you put them in right the first time, you wouldn't need pliers now."
This is very true. Oh, Mike from Roofing Pros, are you still interested in a free quote and report for your roof? I should say, yeah, I want to know how well they did when they installed the new roof.
You could make it out, Donnie. That's great. Thanks.
Okay.
And Alec is currently sanding the barrel of his 3D printed barrel. Well, printing a new or the grip and slash receiver for his Star Wars Pew Pew. Just pinched my finger then. It slipped while sanding a small area.
He pinched his finger to make sure he was awake.
Yep.
Okay, that's the right spot. I just gotta see if I can get this thing to. Yes, there we go. Fall apart. I don't know if you saw it tilt there.
Yeah, you know, Donnie, I'm looking forward to building another one at some point too. I think like I've got one of the older kits with the weird Windows, you know, layering thing or whatever. So I'd probably use that one just to get it out of the stash. Use the replacement parts from Lake Monster, and I think I would go more simple on the lighting. I don't think I would do Raytheon just to make it a quicker build, and I think I would just mostly go with the flashies and any lights that normally would be on. I don't think I would do the warp nacelle powering on or anything. Although I could do it as one of the other ships that are, you know, like that. I'm trying to remember what the ship was in Star Trek. Was it 4? With the whales?
Trying to remember.
They had to hook up. They had to put up a solar sail. I mean, you only see it for a few seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it was a Miranda
Saratoga,
class.
I think?
Yes.
That was Saratoga, I think, maybe.
Wasn't it a Miranda class as well?
Yeah. It was the exact same ship, just renamed.
Ah, no. Broken. Everything's dead.
You big clumsy giant. Oh, jeez. Even worse.
Okay. Yay.
In Canada, we had the friendly giant.
Now I got to go
US,
back.
You have the big clumsy giant.
That would be me. I'm big clumsy giant. In Russia.
Yeah. Donnie says, yep, Saratoga. And then Donnie says, earthquake.
Saratoga? What?
Yeah, it was the Saratoga is what, like, is the photos I saw at an auction, like whatever, Christie's or whatever it was. The Reliant was still had the decaling on of Saratoga. Because that was the next time they used it.
This could be interesting to get this to go together because it's not playing nice. And here I have a bunch of stages ready to go. I might end up getting only one done.
Gentle.
Let's see, it's almost fitting in there, but it's not quite.
Jeff's here. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. How's it going?
Yeah, Captain Charlemagne's name being Jeff is easy for me to remember because I had a roommate at one point named Jeff. We were really good friends. And then life just came along and, you know, hey.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Now it's just another person from your past that you haven't spoken with in like 20 years.
That's like my roommate from college. Good old Steve Wansell. So I think we're going to cheat how we do this. Wait, that's not right. There goes the wall.
Alex, all excited, he said, I just saw I was granted the 28th off. Can't wait to see what I got today in the mail and from who, as well as seeing my recipient open my gift too. Captain Charlemagne says, going all right, Buck. I was playing World of Warships, then saw you were streaming, so I came in to see what's up.
I'm making a mess of it. That's what's up.
He says, hope everyone's having a nice night. Well, we were talking about how I fell earlier today and injured myself. And then today, this evening, I also went to the dentist and ended up getting a couple fillings done.
Injured yourself more?
Yeah, actually, I'm surprised my mouth's not that frozen or anything. And they got the fillings done super quick. They said they weren't very deep or anything. So
that's always good.
Yeah. I think all told was like 30 minutes.
That's not bad. And those are the best kind of fillings, the ones that they can knock out really fast.
Yeah.
Because it means that they're not digging too far down.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to has become a process. I know it lines up there. I
was just looking at some secondary possibilities for cameras for my setup at my bench. So my dad wants some ideas for what to get me for Christmas. So I was looking at stuff, and I'd asked Todd if he had any he could recommend for a secondary kind of camera for my setup. And he recommended the same one that Jody has.
There's a camera right now on Amazon that I've been looking at for third or fourth, or not sure what you would call it, but it's kind of funny because I looked at it and the Black Friday deal that they're like, yeah, 29% off. If you don't, if you look at the price that they claim it should cost, not that it does cost, but that they claim it should cost, it is 29% off the suggested retail price, but $3 off their normal price.
Donnie's asking if I have a ZV-1. Yeah, my main camera is a ZV-1. Whereas, yeah, the MC Brio or MX Brio is what Todd said. So, yeah. So I might suggest that. Yeah, the MX Brio is a secondary camera just to have as a kind of like a side camera. So, you know, lower down and kind of a side view. So, you know, for my builds, I can record, because I can do that, hey, right? With when I'm recording them, right? I can record both using what the heck's that software we use?
OBS?
Yeah, OBS.
I believe you should be able to record both at the same time.
Yeah.
Not positive.
So I'd like to, you know, even if it wasn't recording both at the same time, but if I could do a switch, you know, on which one's recording and just have the extra footage without having to move a camera around or anything.
Kind of like
I had done that a few times, but that was just too annoying to, you know, move the camera down and then move it back up. And
this is getting annoying. I'm about to Hulk out. Ah, throw it through the window. Now I feel stupid.
Get the Craggle.
Yeah. Well, I got to get it on there first. But now what I was saying is now I feel stupid because not only have I broken my model, but now I have to replace a window.
And you've done it in front of a live audience.
Exactly.
Okay, Donnie says if you want to record 2 cameras at the same time, you just need to put them both in the same scene in OBS. Oh, okay. So like do the picture-in-picture thing?
Yep.
Because it's either that or I would just use it and just like stop recording and then change cameras in OBS and then start recording again, maybe.
Well, it's like what I was doing earlier when I was switching between cameras. That's an OBS.
Right.
Come on.
But it would be nice to do 2 different, 2 different screens so that, yeah, you could, it was your editing, just, edit in footage from the side view suddenly or, whatever the case is.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, Donnie says you don't have to stop recording to switch cameras. Well, then that would work just perfectly then. Because then, I would just,
Well, and you can set it
that
up.
way
You can
you're
either
still editing the same clip or whatever.
Yeah, you can set it up to where you're either using the mouse or like I do. I have mine set up with numbers.
Okay, yeah.
Keyboard entry, and it switches the camera. Okay, this is the one that goes on here. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take the piece that I built tonight and take it apart and build it in place. Because this is just not working for me. It's getting frustrating.
Okay, yeah, Donnie says just have 1 camera in each of 2 scenes, then use a hotkey to switch scenes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I know about switching scenes because I use that for what I have down in the corners of my screen. Like I always have my logo down at the bottom right of my screen, and then if it's the Reliant build, I have the Lake Monster detail down at the bottom left, whereas if it's anything else, it doesn't have anything in the bottom left. Donnie says, I thought you said building Legos was relaxing, Buck.
It is. Damn it.
But these aren't Legos.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Chinese are just trying to drive me nuts.
I was watching the news here in Canada. The National Police Force, the RCMP, which is who I used to be with, have to stop using. They're stopping using a whole bunch of Chinese-made drones.
Why? Just because the Chinese are spying on them?
Yep. Donnie says, I'm getting tense just watching you.
Okay, so this one's here. That's there. Okay, this. They do have you build the whole thing. What I'm doing is I'm looking through the instructions. Okay. I will make this work. I have hammers in this room. Oh, that's not where that goes.
Is this where you do a speech about you having a particular set of skills?
I have a particular set of skills. They're not very good for much of anything.
It may not find you.
Okay, that's how that goes on there. No, once I get this rebuilt back into position, I know how I'm going to fix this. Sledgehammer, super glue, and high hopes. Okay, so that. Ah, there went one of the lights.
Jeff says, is this where Buck becomes Emperor Palpatine and the Legos are Mace Windu?
Maybe.
Out the window they go.
Yeah. Okay. That one's in place. So this goes here. This goes here. Ah. And that is also part of the thing about I'm sure that Keith would agree. Building it every week and letting it sit for a week. You're like, how did I do that? Okay. Or in my case, this time around, for letting it sit for 2 weeks.
Donnie says he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. High Lego blocks, see them fly. Hopes. Oops, there goes another Lego build.
Okay. But see, I have the power. Oh no, that's right.
I have the power to break these again. You have too much power. You don't know your own strength.
Now you're playing with power.
Nintendo glove?
Yes, Nintendo Power Glove. Okay, that's good. By the power of Grayskull. Hey, did you see how well that came apart? You know the funny thing about that, and actually a lot of the kids' shows in the 70s, the entire idea behind them was to sell toys.
Yep. That's it. That's all they were there for.
Yep. Oh, Butamus. That one's going to be easy. So now we just line this one up on here. Get out the sledgehammer. Come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Donnie says, yeah, they were 30-minute commercials.
Yep. Nope. This one goes here.
Jeff says, I may be late to finding out about it, but have you guys seen the Lego Blue Bricks kit that is being released of the Enterprise D?
I have seen bits and pieces and advertisements of that.
Yes, I think you're late to the party, unfortunately, Jeff.
Wait, there's a party? I missed it?
It's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited.
That's not what they usually say. What they usually say is just really terrible. Okay. You will go on this time, or I will cry a lot. Let's see. This can come back out of here.
No, 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 no!
That happens sometimes. You know, the great part is that when this is finally all done, it goes upstairs.
Yippee!
So I'm looking. Oh, okay. That is in the right spot. Before it was not looking like it was going to line up. Wow. When did that go on? Did you put that on there for me? I appreciate that, Ken.
Yeah, no problem. Because Jeff says, yeah, there is a party. It's at Ian's. I heard the alien is hosting. Jody is entertainment, and I believe you are cooking, Buck.
I'm cooking with heat.
Donnie says upstairs where you don't have to look at it anymore.
Exactly. So that's really interesting. There's a slight gap and it's leaning. There we go. That should get it. Get on there. Yay! Win. Never let the Legos see you sweat.
All right.
Okay. Time to get some water from the little bitty cup that somebody got me last year. Actually, no, this one won't end up upstairs. This one is going to end up in the room that's behind me because Andrea bought this one for me to build and to go into her village room.
Nice. I like that picture Jordan put in Discord today.
Which one?
The Lego town. Like, honey, honey, remember the money we're saving for a house?
Yep. I even made a comment on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. That was bag 17. Let's hope bag 18 is just as frustrating. I mean, it goes a lot easier.
Donnie says, never let the Lego see you sweat. I could see you sweating from several states away, Buck.
Yeah. Yep. We're doing another one. Actually, I think this one is going to be the only one that's real pain in the tuchus.
Let's see here. Alec is asking, so Ken, we seem to be getting Santa Dash. Any word on if Santa Ken might be making an appearance again this year? Yeah, that's when I fell. I tried not landing on a bunch of stuff from that.
From the Santa Ken stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so this is 2 times. I will do both of them at the same time because I am multi-talented. Or not very talented. One of the other. So I'm guessing this is going to go here and here. It's going to wrap all the way around this tower. It's going to be insane. But here's the funny thing: with as hard as this was to get on here, this tower is now a whole lot more solid than it was before.
Donnie says stuff is easier to replace than you are, Ken.
Absolutely. We will not replace Ken. I would have to say that when they made you Ken, they broke the mold.
It was hot.
And when they made me, they just used mold.
Yeah, they broke the mold when they made me, but I was unfortunately still in it.
Oh no, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, had it been like 20 years earlier or back in the days when I was in the Army, I would have taken that fall and popped right up within seconds.
Yep. But have you reached that point? I know I have. Have you reached the point, Ken, where when you see something, when you drop something and you're like, you look at it and you're like, is it worth trying to get down there to get it?
I'll get it later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Either I'll get it later or one of the dogs can eat it. I don't care.
Yeah. Can I just move it with my foot? Can I grab it with my toes and keep moving it till I get to where I'm going?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Hello, Howard.
Howard.
Don't you threaten me with a menage a trois.
Uh-huh. We can manage 3 people in here. That's what you
Donnie
meant, right?
says, do I really need that, or is it okay down there? Exactly.
I like what Jeff just said.
I
Growing
saw
old.
you break that.
You what?
I saw you break it.
I did, but look, it's fixed.
For now.
I was waiting for you to throw it through the window. I was going to laugh my ass off and go off in the ditch.
See, I did that to save you, Howard. I didn't throw it through the window to save you from going in the ditch.
Oh, that's all right. You know, I had to modify a Lego piece. I couldn't believe it.
How'd you
Jeff
have to modify
J,
it?
2225 is here. He says, hey, guys, observing quietly.
Hey, Jeff J, welcome.
Welcome, welcome. But you don't have to necessarily be quiet. You can
No.
join in the conversation or start your own.
Yeah, I usually talk to myself.
He does.
after
I've
back?
heard him.
You guys were talking about tanks earlier. It made me so want to come home and start playing World of Tanks. And I was thinking, man, I wonder if Buck and Ken would play. We could be a 3-man team in World of Tanks, and we go whoop the shit out of people.
I has never played World of Tanks.
Oh,
I've never played World of Tanks.
freaking fun, man! Of course, you got to build up to get the tanks that you're supposed to have, but it's kind of fun. Well, you can buy some of them, but man, I love being the little tank, not an M1.
A
Anyways,
little tank that could.
I'd go sneaking around in that, and I'd be the one that'd be fired. And I'd usually be the one that was left over and sniping out the people, and they're like, "Where the hell is he at?"
Oh,
I don't know if I
nice.
should read Donnie's next comment or not, but hey.
What did he say?
Hell, most of the time I'm the only one that listens to me.
Did you say something?
Had we decided not to read that one, it would have been funny, but now it's not.
Oh, nice. I has to bring this up.
Uh-oh.
Posted pics of the completed Hogwarts on Discord for Buck.
Yep.
So we know what it's going to look like, and then we can look at what Buck's done and gone, oh, Buck, you kind of messed that up.
That is
Ooh,
nice.
nice. That's awesome lighting you've got on there, Jeff.
And from another angle. Oh, nice.
Does it come with a lighting kit, or?
This one does, and I just realized that some of this stuff that I'm dealing with now, I have to make changes.
So I was kind of right.
Yeah. Well, actually, here's the fun part, though. I'm sitting here. I'm on the wrong screen. I see my cursor moving around. There we go. Here's the fun part. I've decided that when I light Legos and, you have to fight with them. Yep, lights were painful. Aftermarket set. Same with mine. My plan is, though, because it's my stuff. I'm not, I'm never going to sell it or anything else like that. So when it gets done, when I do the lights, if I have to, I will drill holes. I have done the Lego lights.
Yes, but these are not Legos, so it doesn't matter. They're Chinese. You can do whatever.
Yeah,
They're non-specific building blocks.
Actually, these are a brand name. They are MINISO.
Actually,
Jeff says, Jeff Captain Charlemagne says, I play War Thunder mainly for the aircraft. If I want ships, I would play World of Ships or World of Warships. I could never get behind World of Tanks. Never was really a fan of armor. Alex says, I play War Thunder, very similar to World of Tanks, but it covers tanks, planes, coastal, and deep sea naval battles.
My branch of service had a way to play with tanks.
Bert.
Yep, you knew exactly where I was going. The Air Force bought a gun, and then they brought it to a company and said, "Here, put a plane around this, make it fly." And they had to limit the number of rounds that the plane can shoot at any one time, so that it wouldn't stop and fall out of the air.
And you know, it actually doesn't eject the empty casings.
No.
It just feeds them back into the feed container where it holds the ammo.
Yep. Same with the F-16.
Well, at least they're recycling something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to have one of those suckers fall on your head, would you? Oh, we're sorry.
No.
We're a bunch of innocent people. But we got the plane.
I mean, remember Black Hawk Down there where the guys are underneath the Black Hawk and the miniguns are firing and they're getting all the empty casings dumped on their heads.
Yep.
Those things are hot.
Oh, yeah. And interesting thing is that they're electrically fired. There is no firing pin. And speaking of which, where is it? I know I put it up. There it is. There we go.
Jeff says, random person, U.S. Military, you cannot build a plane around a big gun. U.S. military says, watch us.
Hold my beer.
Okay, Trent's taking off. He says, good night, guys.
See you, Trent. Good night. Guess what this is?
20 millimeter round.
Uh-huh. Demilled and made into a beer opener.
Nice. I have a 105 millimeter casing.
Nice.
From my days in the artillery.
They were selling those demilled rounds from in our weapons flight, and I was like, I need one.
Jeff J says, yeah, 20 millimeter.
The fun part is somebody probably went to jail if they ever figured out that they were selling those.
Yeah. That's where you need like one of those like 5.56 rounds, like a keychain or something like that to hold up next to it to show people the size comparison.
Well, you know what I tell people this is for? Since it's been demilled, this is if I ever get really pissed off at somebody, I will insert it manually. Did I get the 30 mil shot glasses from AFCOMAC? I didn't know they had 30. Actually, they did not have them when I was there. I think Jeff J is the only person who I've ever met that knew that without me saying something. He may have been on a stream when I said something before that I was at AFCOMAC. AFCOMAC is basically the 7/9 or supervisor and superintendent level training for Air Force ammo. And my picture is on the wall there because I was holding the guide on.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're famous.
I'm famous. I was the first sergeant for this squadron for 2 years.
Jeff says, yeah, we chatted about it before. I was ammo for 26 years.
Yeah. thought we had. And unfortunately, they didn't have those when I was there. This was actually, I actually acquired this when I was on the flight line as an F-16 mechanic, and our weapons flight had them. It's funny too, because coming from the flight line, I used to think that the fence was to keep the ammo guys in. Well, after becoming part of that squadron and part of the culture, I realized that the fence is not there to keep the ammo guys in. It's to keep the rest of the world out, because they still have, well, I retired 15 years ago, so I can't say for sure. But when I was in, ammo had something that the rest of the Air Force has lost, which is that they were still a family. Yeah, keep the idiots out too.
Yeah.
What? I can't just walk in there and get something? Oh,
Nope.
man.
Alex says, I own a few
Fun.
demilled 50 cal with bells in between them myself. I used to also have demilled grenade too, bottom of a large hole in it. Yeah. Priming, charge removed, and casing empty of boom powder. Yep.
And I'm sure that you understand demill. I'm not sure if everybody else understands what demill means. Demill means remove the military capabilities, basically.
Yeah, basically make it a dummy or a training piece of ammunition, or something like that, or decorative, so it's non-operable.
Yep.
A lot of times then painted blue or having some sort of blue markings on it.
Uh-huh. Or as we used to call them back in one of the units I worked in, we had a guy whose name was Malcolm. We called him Malcolm rounds.
Malcolm.
Yeah. So if you ever see people using a grenade in a movie, and that top lever, what people used to call it the spoon or whatever, if that top lever is blue, it signifies it's dummy.
Well,
every once in a while you see that. Still see that in movies.
Alec Baldwin didn't have a dummy,
but he also wasn't using a grenade.
Well, think about it though. What's his name? Bruce Lee's Brandon Lee. Was killed by a blank.
Right.
Yep. Because there was a piece of debris trapped in the barrel.
Yeah.
Well, the pressure of the blank blew it free.
Not just a piece of debris. It was an actual slug.
Yeah.
Because they have some blanks that have the slug on them, and all they are is the primer has been removed and the gunpowder. And so what happened is one of them, the primer did not get completely cleared, and it had just enough gunpowder to push it into, damn it, got to take this back off, push it into the barrel. And then later on, when they were using blanks without the slug in them, but they made the bang, so they had the powder.
Yep.
That's what killed him, is the bullet left the barrel then and at full force, because it had full charge from the powder or from the blank.
Not technically full force, yeah, full blank charge force.
But it was close enough to him. That was the thing.
Yeah, it was enough force to perforate him.
And they said, well, he didn't have all of it. He had pretty much all of his scenes already done before that. There was very few that they had somebody else that was a stunt double, I guess. But
and you got to feel bad for the actor who fired that.
Oh
yeah.
Well, it's like Alec Baldwin and killing that one. What was it? The photographer.
Yeah, really, how well do they know guns, right?
Well, that's the thing.
They're just handed a prop, that they've probably used multiple times before, because it's just been handed to them and they're told what to do with it. So they just go through the motions. Okay, let's do the same thing again, and then suddenly, this slug comes out and kills Brandon Lee, and you feel like shit for the rest of your life because basically you shot and killed him, not intentionally. It's the armorer's fault, for not checking that.
Yep.
I guess kind of the same with Alec Baldwin, technically. I mean, I know there's some controversy. People say they don't like him and how he said he didn't pull the trigger, whatever. That aside, I wouldn't expect him to be the person who checks the prop gun given to him to use in a scene.
Right.
That's not his job. It's not expected of him.
But he was like the producer, I think, partially. So he was partially at fault, I guess. That's why.
But the main thing is that should be, partially at fault because he's in charge of the armorer. The armorer should have checked the weapon.
Correct.
Well, and Ken, I know that you would, and I'm pretty sure you would as well, Howard, because I'm guessing you've been around weapons.
I just killed a possum. I shot him twice. Actually, I shot him last night, and the damn thing's a freaking zombie.
Well, I may have touched a gun once or twice. Yeah.
What I was going to say is anytime you touch a gun, anytime you pick up one, I'm pretty sure you do the same thing I do. You look it over and you clear it yourself.
Yes.
Well, you always expect it to be loaded.
Well, treat every firearm as if it's loaded until proven otherwise.
Well, and that's the thing. Most dangerous firearm is the unloaded one because unloaded guns are the ones that kill people.
Yeah.
I've got one here sitting right now that my cousin and I need to take and clear it out because I think it's a musket style, and I think it's got a slug in it.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are not going to be. It's not a fun thing, but he handles guns a lot. He actually does the training for them. I've never been trained on guns, I've never taken the training course, but I've learned
so
to
if you
hear
think
them.
it's loaded, don't have the percussion cap on for a muzzle loader, and you can put the cleaning rod down and then use that as a measuring device to see how far into the weapon it goes.
So that's
and
what
then
he did.
hold it on the outside, and then you can see if it goes down far enough or if it seems to be forward some because there's something in the
we can see it from the
barrel.
side or something in the side of the barrel where you put the thing in. So one of these days I'll let him mess with it.
Also for my last detachment where I was policing, I was the weapons guy, so I would have to take all the weapons and put them into the evidence locker, but I'd also have to have them properly ID'd and whatnot.
Right.
So I'd have to know how all these firearms work and everything, and where to find all the different serial numbers and markings and whatnot.
How to bring out the serial number if it's been filed off.
Oh no, we just send that to the lab to do that. I know how they do it, but yeah.
What I love is that people are like, yes, let's we're talking about that with the guns. They let's make a law so it makes it harder for people to get guns. Well, the criminals are going to find a way to get the guns one way or another, and it doesn't matter.
Making it harder to get guns only makes it harder for the people who do it legally.
Correct.
See, I have a different, being Canadian, my view is different. Like, I believe everybody should take a firearms course. I had to take, through police training and military, that's different. Like, you still do heavy core training on the weapons, but even just to buy my own firearms, and when I was a police officer, I still had to take the firearms training classes. There's a half-day course for just general non-restricted firearms, which are your hunting rifles and your shotguns, that sort of thing. And then you can get a restricted license for handguns and everything like that.
Do they have a concealed weapons permit in Canada?
Not for the general public. But if you're a security guard, like a bodyguard or something like that, there are things for that. But
What
in
about-
general, no. Like you can't carry. Civilians aren't allowed to carry firearms around in Canada.
What about the farmers?
That's use on your own private property. That's fine. I mean, you're not going to need a concealed weapons, right?
Well, I'm just saying it's.
But as a farmer, yeah, you can have a rifle in your house, and then you need to take it out and go get rid of some varmints or something. Yeah, go right ahead. Or you're going to be tracking through the bush, and there might be bear out there. Yeah, have it with you.
I'm just curious. How are the Canadian laws these days about handguns?
Justin Trudeau kind of freaking started trying to get rid of them all. But you could still have them, and you just need the restricted firearms license. So basically, you basically, for when I did mine, like I said, I did the full day course to get that, and then I had to send my paperwork off with a criminal record check and all that to the government, and then they recognized me, so now I have a license that I can get, so I can get restricted, non-restricted firearms and ammunition. And so you can't even buy ammunition in Canada unless you have your firearms license with you.
Mm-hmm.
For any gun, then.
And the reason for that is because say if your firearms have been seized because you did something criminal, like we'll seize them for domestic disputes.
Yep.
Felonies.
So that way, in case you got your cousin's gun for some reason, but you need to get ammo for it, so you can then go do something nasty to your ex-wife or whatever, at least you can't get the ammo without your license.
Well, back in '73, when we moved from Oregon to Alaska, my parents broke the law. We had handguns, and the handguns were in the back of a truck that we were moving in.
Yep.
And I still remember what Dad did. And like I said, this is in '73. Dad put them under the cushions in the couch in the back of the truck.
But
On both ends of the trip, we were legal. Going through Canada, we were not.
Yeah, but the laws were different back then in Canada, though, too.
Your mic went in.
Oh, is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, the laws back then in Canada were much different.
I think at the time handguns were not allowed in Canada for
that I couldn't tell you, because '73 is the same year I was born. So
I wasn't born. I was hatched.
Let's see here. Pirate 1980. That's Kenneth is here. He says, "Evening, Buckman and everyone else. I'm sitting here watching my favorite YouTuber person while waiting to clock out at 10:30 p.m. tonight." What else do we have here? So Donnie was saying D-mill equals no more boom, correct?
Exactly. No more
Alex said, lol, I'm away from my computer and using my phone to watch the stream, and the phone is one word behind my computer. Interesting. Anyway, Jeff said, I thought Lee was the one who put it in his head and it went off, unless I am thinking of another actor. Could be. But yeah, Lee was.
No, Brandon Lee was in a scene where in the movie The Crow, the scene where they're all firing at, I can't remember the
Brandon Lee.
Yeah, but Brandon Lee, I can't remember the character.
The Crow.
Yeah, but the scene where they're firing at him is where he was actually killed.
Was it when he was standing on the table?
Yes.
Yeah. So
it was like 8 or 10 guys in there all firing at him.
Yep. Alex says, actually, I think that was a lawyer. I know there was a lawyer who accidentally did that to prove a point. It went off, and now you're not allowed to be armed in court. Well, that should have been unloaded a long time before that. Like when the police, when we take it into custody, we try to unload it immediately. And if the officer who was who seizes the weapon doesn't know how to unload it, he just makes it safe best he can, and then gets an officer who can make it safe and unload it to do so.
Now the best thing involving a lawyer with something like that was the lawyer who, because it really happened. The lawyer who threw himself against the window. The window did not break. It just came out of the frame.
Yeah, it did not, and it did not do that for many, many times either.
Yes,
he had done it so many other times to scare people, and then one time he did it, and it actually right out just because of his constantly doing that in the past.
Yep. And I think it was actually new people in the firm.
I want to say
watch
it was
this.
Yeah, but I want to say that was also in Canada.
No.
That's Darwinism right there at work.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why I was thinking it was like in Calgary or something, but I'm not sure.
So like where my girlfriend's at in Kyrgyzstan, they aren't allowed to have guns. The citizens aren't. Only the military and the police. So she was asking me about it. You know, if I had one, I'm like, yeah, I got a few. You know. I told her, I says, well, I'd teach you how to take and shoot it if you wanted to. And that, but,
and believe it or not, there's a lot of countries in the world where civilians aren't allowed to have firearms.
Right.
Yep.
You know. And no offense, but a lot of them look at the U.S. and just think you're all crazy for having so many guns.
Well, but then where was it that everybody has guns, and somebody was talking about some country that has guns, everybody is allowed to carry them without any problem and they don't have any problems with crime there?
Yeah. I know everyone in Switzerland has a military gun.
Yeah.
At home with a tin full of ammo, because they're all expected to be part of the defense of the country. And the government comes in, whenever, like once a year or whatever it is, and inspects to make sure your ammo tin has not been emptied or opened, and that your firearm is still in good condition. It's like it's not rusting or anything.
Yep. Makes sense.
But the Swiss also have the ability to blow all the mountain passes going into Switzerland and block any, ground troops coming in.
I believe they're the only country that has ever said, we're going to stay neutral, and they did.
Yes.
Of course, it does help when you own or when you hold a huge amount of the world's money.
Yes.
Let's see. What are we going to do for a living? We're either going to make a watch or we're going to hold everybody's money. I say we hold everybody's money.
Let's do both.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. With the advent of the digital and battery-powered watches, that's where Swatch came from.
Right.
Because you couldn't. No one was buying Swiss watches anymore. A lot of people don't know that Swatch is just Swiss watch shortened. Okay. This is the big one again. Wonder if it's going to go on decently this time.
We're waiting for the crash.
Oh wait, it's going. This thing needs to stay out of there for right now.
They have you build that whole thing and then put it on?
Yep, that's the way they always do towers with Lego.
Well, I don't know about.
And
Alex says, "Hi, Kenneth. I'm surprised you're not rolling around on the ceiling tonight." Well, come on, Alex. He's at work. Give the guy some credit.
Problem is, Lego goes together a little better than that. It doesn't make it force it really hard at times.
Yep.
I've noticed though with non-Lego stuff is it either fits really tight or it's loose at times. And I actually I'm building this Egyptian dog, and I had to kind of sort of semi-craggle it.
Not
So
the craggle.
it wasn't so floppy.
Yeah,
I'll
that one you sent me, Howard, had a few pieces that were loose.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
didn't click in that well.
I haven't built that. I've got it myself, but I haven't built that one.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I just got Lego sets today, and I think one of them is the Enterprise D.
Nice.
So,
I don't know why I put 19 question mark on this. By the way, I just knocked one of these lights off. It went that away.
Actually, I bought Jordan when he was sick there. So that week I bought him Lego Advent Christmas calendar.
Nice.
Lego Star Wars.
I know Buck and I are both doing the DeLorean and the Enterprise D thing. I do like the Enterprise one over the DeLorean.
Yep.
Because it's those nice little drawers that you can pull in and out.
Oh, I've already decided that when it's done, that thing is going to sit on here. That's where I'm going to throw stuff as I'm working.
Well, they kind of thought that one out. Like, hey, instead of them thrown away, maybe we could make it so that it's more useful, the box, because the plutonium box from the DeLorean, actually the DeLorean will fit inside that, once it's all complete. That's the nice thing. You can actually store it in there.
Yeah.
But mine wasn't all beat up like you said yours was.
Yeah, mine was, the corner was crushed on it.
Hey, Buck, that Lego runabout you showed, is that supposed to be an actual Lego release, or is that just
It is not. The picture is off of Temu. I keep seeing that pop up, and I'm like, must resist temptation.
They might eventually make that, Ken. They just, like they said, they just got the Star Trek
license, yeah.
So
yeah.
I guess depending on how well the D does, I could see them doing a runabout. I mean, they have the little special runabout that if you bought it in time to come with that ship.
That D, yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah, because I think something like that would be, those kind of ships, like those shuttles and stuff like that, they lend themselves pretty well to Lego, because you don't need as many like rounded pieces like you do with a saucer section.
well, I mean, I could see them doing maybe I don't know if they would do the Klingon ships or not. I mean, they haven't really. I mean, they've done the Death Star, so I would assume that they might do Star Trek, like they do Star Wars, because it's all fictional. It's not, even though they've got phasers,
Yeah.
It's not real world weapons. Like, kids aren't going to go out and go find a phaser laying around like a gun.
Yeah.
That's their thought on that. So,
Well,
right.
You know who had the Lego license prior to, the Star Trek license prior to Lego?
not really. I know Todd mentioned it.
Mega Bloks.
Oh,
I know this because I have a Klingon ship. I have, I have all the sets that they came out with.
well, I know Mega Bloks did, like Halo also. They did all that stuff. The only Mega Bloks that I have is the one it's a motorcycle and that. And that damn thing was a pain in the ass to put together, and it fell apart. It's like it's laying around in pieces that I've got.
Well, the
Get it
original Enterprise, I have made out of Mega Bloks.
back. Mm.
That
Yeah,
was a several-day build.
I think I saw that built up on Captain Foley's YouTube channel. If you know who Captain Foley is.
I do not.
Oh, okay.
I've thrown it up on our Discord a time or two. And it's really kind of cool because it has the caps on the nacelles are actually set up to where you push them and they spin.
Jody says, did you guys see the video I put in Discord? The guy shows how to make 12 different ships with Legos.
No, I haven't seen that one, but I do have this one guy that I come across on Instagram, and they're like, it's like, oh yeah, and he's like, oh no, what happened to this thing? And it's a totally different kit that you're supposed to be building, and it ends up being either a Millennium Falcon or an X-wing.
Jody says they're just small, but they look cool. I saw the picture on there; they look cool. I'll have to actually watch that video. Oh, I did watch the first episode of that series you showed on Discord there. That space series. I can't remember what the heck it was called now.
Where did he say that was at?
What's that?
Where did he say that was at? That was being shown through. Who was putting that out?
I saw the first I saw the was it UPN or something like that. But I think I saw the first episode I did see the first episode the other night on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Season 1, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Jody says, I know Stuart Foley. I've chatted with him a couple times. Yes, Final Space. That's the one I was watching. He said that show is hilarious, but he meant show is hilarious. Yeah, I enjoyed the first episode. I want to see more, but I didn't see the second or like season 1, episode 2 on YouTube. So I'll have to find wherever it may be.
Somehow I'm looking at that. It looks like Buck's making train tracks.
Does a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
And then he's going to put the DeLorean on it.
Yes. You know what? I can't wait for it to come back. Murderbot. Need season 2.
Yeah.
I haven't. Oh, that was an Apple one, wasn't it?
Yep.
I want to see the next season of From. But Donnie says, okay, guys, I'm out of here. Time for bed. Great stream, Buck.
Bye,
Thanks,
Donnie.
Donnie. Good night, Donnie.
Night, Donnie.
Now that Donnie's gone, we can do our threesome.
Yeah.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Wow, wow.
I can't believe it. I was refunded for the 1 brown chicken and 1 brown cow.
Wow.
All I want to know is who's going to be the guy in the middle.
Yeah. Well, or the other question could be, who's the pivot man on the circle jerk?
I guess.
Jody says it's on Netflix. Probably on the thingy too. I'll check.
Oh, I stopped doing Netflix. I kind of gave up on paying for that subscription.
Alex says, seen Murderbot. It was good. Watching Ghosts currently.
See, Howard, it all depends on your phone company. I don't pay for Netflix.
Well, I got T-Mobile, but I think I'm gonna take and switch over to Spectrum in that because they might be a little cheaper, especially when you got 2 phones.
Yeah. Well, we have T-Mobile, and probably not going to switch because I have internet with them as well.
Now I got internet with Spectrum, so that's why I'm thinking about going with them. But I've been trying to catch up on Westworld a little bit again. I wanted to get through that one. I don't remember where I left off at it, but actually watching it through the second time, I kind of caught things that I didn't notice the first time watching through the series. Like, I see. It's like I didn't quite get the the whole they're going back and forth and type of stuff.
Well, I watched part of Westworld. I think I watched through the first season and then kind of lost interest.
Why? Because Anthony Hopkins killed himself at the end.
I don't know. It's been a long
Spoilers.
time.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, come on. Well, let's see. Who is it? Ed Wood that's in there? Is he's playing the older guy when he's older?
That's like a spoiler alert for The Wizard of Oz.
Or the day the
It's
Earth
not.
stood
It's
still,
not really a wizard.
the original.
Yep.
Day the Earth stood still.
The original which?
The day the Earth stood still.
Ah.
The black and white version,
Yep.
which I've seen. I've actually seen both of them. I want to watch that one, the Keanu Reeves one again.
I like the black and white one a lot.
Sorry, the day the Earth stood still?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were what, from Mars, and they were coming to stop the people because they were warring with themselves.
Klaatu, Verota, Nikto.
Wasn't that the same thing they used in Ash versus the Evil Dead? Or was that the one
That was an Army of Darkness.
Yeah, an Army of Darkness. They used that also in the Scary Movies ones where they were finding the book and they're like, nothing's happening.
I have a copy of the Necronomicon.
Oh, do you?
I do.
You break it out every Halloween, see if it works.
No. It's just over there.
Tell you something I've been watching lately, and it's really some of them are really interesting, and some of them are just really weird. Right now, I'm watching Monster, the Ed Gein story.
Oh, okay.
I thought you maybe were going to say something about the one was called. Jesus.
There's a movie you guys need to watch. Just came out. Begonia. Trust me.
Begonia.
Begonia.
What the heck is that damn series? It's called something black.
Black Mirror.
Yes. Now that's got some strange ones, but some of that is so true. Like the one with the social things where you go by and you're liking or disliking the person, and that's your social status, and that's how much money you have, basically.
No, but Begonia, there's a reason you guys need to watch it. You will understand once you watch it why I'm saying you need to watch it.
And it's a movie, not a series, right?
It's a movie. Yep, just came out.
Begonia. Nothing like My Bologna.
Nothing like that at all.
You guys were talking about Secret Santa and Santa Canada, and there might be Santa Dashing too. So, but what I'm going to say is, I'm sending my Secret Santa thing with my name on it, so they're not going to know if it's from me or the Secret Santa.
Yeah, Begonia is like Bugonia. Just came out here in 2025. It has Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Adrian Delbus. I mean, Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone are the two big names I know.
My Bologna, Jody says.
Yeah. No, but trust me, you have to watch it just because. I'll tell you guys afterwards when we log off at the end of the stream. behind the scenes. I don't want to ruin it for the audience, and I won't even ruin it for you. I'll just tell you what it, why you need to watch it, the reason behind it, and then you'll get why.
Is it
You'll
known?
know what the answer is.
Is there known actors in it?
Well, yeah, Emma Stone.
Oh, Emma Stone. Okay.
Yeah, and Jesse Plemons.
Okay.
I'm trying to see who else was in it that
The
I
other
know.
series I've been watching and trying to get caught back up on is the 100.
Oh, I watched the first season of that, and then a couple of episodes of the second season. It was all first coming out, and then I think I just kind of lost track of it and just stopped watching it for whatever reason.
I watched
Never
most of the
gotten back
first
into it.
season. By the way, I did finally watch what was it? Long Walk.
Kira? Oh,
And you were absolutely right, Ken, that the end was a kind of a twist.
Yeah, The Long Walk. Yeah, they changed it a bit.
Yep.
It was still good.
Oh yeah.
was that a short story that he did?
It was. It was a story he wrote as Buckman.
Right. Did you ever read one that was called Bleak House?
Mm-mm.
Don't think so.
And I want to say The Talisman was another one.
Yes, Talisman was a Buckman book.
So he, I think it was, I might have that wrong. I think it's Peter Strauss and him wrote that. I think was the Bleak House. But you got to remember all of his books, for the most part, like Pet Cemetery, the Dark Tower series, kind of supposedly ties a lot of it in. The Bleak House, the Talisman, Hearts in Atlantis, and let's see, The Stand, The Shining. All of them all tie into this whole like limbo and stuff that he's had. And it's kind of funny that some of the I want to say in the Bleak House or the Talisman, the characters actually meet him or something, as a writer in there or whatever. It's kind of
sounds like a little bit like the Dark Tower.
Yeah, the Dark Tower, and it all ties in with that Dark Tower series, because like the Dark Tower in the books and the novels, everything's getting closer and closer together, and he goes into the real world, but then when you walk through the world of the Dark Tower, and that things are shorter distance and that, and you end up in other places.
Well, I mean, the Dark Tower. I mean, at one point they went through the world of The Stand, and
right. But now, did you read
a lot of his books actually are in the same universe.
That's what I'm saying. They all tie in together with all the creatures.
Yeah, I've read probably about half the books in the series for the Dark Tower, because there's a lot of books.
Oh god, yeah. I read the Gunslinger and I was just like hooked on that. The one that's a really harder one to get through, and some of it does drag on a little bit in the last one. The Wolves of Kala is pretty good. That one's kind of interesting, but it kind of drags a little bit. But if you watch I was hoping that the Dark Tower movie was going to be a series, of movies.
Yeah, me too.
They kind of in that. I mean, it's okay and it's right, but when you read the books versus the movie, it's kind of like, They just kind of crunched it all down. 7 books into
an hour and a half movie.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
You know what? At least if they would have at least have done like a trilogy,
right?
It would have been much better.
Right.
Like, yeah, they don't need to make 7 movies, but at least do it right and do a trilogy.
Because I was waiting for the train that they, blame the train and stuff that was gonna kill them, and like the Wolves of Kala and some of the other stuff. But I mean, I don't know. Idris Elba he's a good actor and everything, but I just
It's
him being
not who you
gunslinger,
envisioned to be the gunslinger.
right?
Yeah.
No, I mean McConaughey. He was okay as being the villain, but still, it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
Just wasn't it? Oh, by the way, Keith found his stickers. They were over there on another bench, I guess. Apparently, sitting on an acrylic bunch of shelves that he had.
So you're saying Helen hid them from him?
I don't know, but that's what he sent back to me because I asked him. You know, I said after because I was still kind of listening, but I messaged him on Discord and said, hey, you know, make sure you check the inside of the bag that the manuals came in, because sometimes those stickers, well, being as small as it is, it's not like I said, it's smaller than a credit card. Basically, it's like 4 little stickers on the thing. And
just so you know, Buck, you're at about a 9-minute warning.
Yep. Well, we might go over because I have that much left.
Yeah.
But
I just wanted you to know so you don't like open another pack and start going.
Yeah. Understood. Oh yay!
Why?
We're
and he'd be
we're
caught
back
up
on this.
after
we're
his
back on
faux
this.
pas that he had earlier.
Yep. This is gonna be a
Don't
pain
squeeze too hard. Yeah.
in my. There we go. Come on.
Use the lotion if you need to.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again.
But yeah, I was gonna. I saw something we were talking about that. It puts the lotion on the skin. This lady walked in. She had a Instagram or TikTok video, and that she says, "I was at this thrift store the other day." She goes, "I went into the bathroom, and they've got all these pictures on the wall, and it's like of people that's smelling like it stinks, or they got their face all whatever, or something about pooing." And she kind of scans around this thing, and she gets to the sink, and she looks up, and there's this lotion hanging from a rope, like a little, I want to say like a, I don't know, platform, and you look up at the ceiling, and it's got a picture of that guy looking down through the hole, like in the ceiling, and it says it puts the lotion on the skin.
Buffalo Bill.
Yep.
Yes.
You know the interesting thing too about
What movie was that from, anyways? I can't think.
Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, that's right.
Interesting thing about Buffalo Bill is he was based on Ed Gein. As was what is it? Psycho was based on Ed Gein.
Who wrote Silence of the Lambs? Was that wasn't a King, was it?
No.
Come on.
The ones that I want to get back into reading is Alex Cross stuff they had.
Alex Cross stuff was awesome. I really enjoyed it when I used to work nights at a jail because I could read a chapter. Like the chapters were so short.
Yes.
I could read a chapter and then do my in-time prisoner check at night.
Yes.
Because my checks had to be within 15 minutes or less. And so that gave me different times. And it was supposed to be no more than 15 minutes and infrequent time. So not every 15 minutes or every 5 minutes or so.
Right. So they didn't they didn't get a
so
pattern.
each chapter might be some chapters are a page and a half.
Yeah.
Some took me up to 15 minutes, and then I'd have to go check and then come back and finish that chapter. But
the other one that I want to finish up in that, it's a lady. Well, she passed away here, but she didn't finish her alphabet. The murders that were at. It's A is for something.
Was that Steele?
Huh?
Was that not Danielle Steele?
Not Danielle Steele. No. Oh crap! I can't. I sent a few to Wayne's wife Esther, on that. I'll have to look it up here real quick. See if I can find it here.
I want to say her first name was Susan.
Yeah, I think it is Susan.
B. Anthony?
Yeah, no.
No? Oh, okay. So that name just sounds so familiar. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Susan Grafton.
That's
Yeah.
it.
A is for alibi.
Yep, that's it. I got to C is where I was at, but I started liking hers stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Apparently they have the books on Audible as well.
right. I've got them on Kindle. I'm trying to think of the other.
Being a police officer ruined my love of reading. She always had to do so much reading of new court law and case law and all that kind of stuff all the time. You were constantly getting new stuff you had to read, and it was all boring law stuff, and you're just like, oh.
Did it put you to sleep?
No, you're reading it usually at the beginning of your shift when you came on, like, oh, some new case law I need to know before I go on my shift.
So did you ever watch or did you ever read the James Patterson books, like First to Die, and that? He was the other. It was the other ones in that he had.
James Patterson did the.
He did the Alex Cross ones, yes.
Yeah, I think I mostly just read the Alex Cross stuff.
Well, his First to Die, it was basically the Woman's Murder Club.
Oh, okay.
Those are good too. The other ones that I read, and I don't remember if it was him that wrote them or not, was the Maximum Drive, I think it is, or Max.
It was Maximum Overdrive. That's a Stephen King novel that became a book.
Not that one.
You mean a movie?
Oh yeah, sorry. I took my sleeping pills at 8 o'clock. Or sorry, at 9 o'clock, and they're starting to kick in now.
But if you need,
usually it takes about 2 hours for them to kick in, but the effects slowly start to happen about an hour in. So,
if you need to drop off, go ahead.
No, I'm good for at least another hour, but
okay.
You'll catch me saying things like that now every once in a while. I've done that on pretty much everybody's streams that I've monitored or moderated. See, but that's why I get a little bit weird at the end on things I'm saying.
That's okay. We like weird. Weird fits in with HTM.
Yeah. Because a lot of times too, like, because right now it's 10 o'clock. And then, it doesn't really take effect for me until like 11 o'clock. And then hopefully about then I, can fall asleep.
Yeah. I'm having to fight with this one as well.
I see that.
They don't quite fit perfectly, but once they're in there, they're pretty solid.
I'm trying to remember what this one was. It was I don't remember who wrote it, but it was the kids, they had wings. And that it was like 5 of them and stuff. And I can't remember if that was a Patterson one or not. But the character's name was Max.
I think what's his name?
I know there was like 3 or 4 of them, but one was called something Maximum something. But it wasn't the King movie. The other one is I want to read, and I've got it was supposed to be the Wheel of Time, which was by Robert Jordan. I mean, I'm liking the series that they had came out with, but I haven't gotten through the books. So many books to read, so little time. So many models to do, so little time. Damn, I need to start doing more multitasking.
I'm going to do this probably the hard way, but that's okay.
I cheated, Buck.
You cheated me.
No, I said I cheated. I didn't cheat
Oh.
you.
How'd you cheat?
I already filmed for day 3 on mine.
Ah.
I just haven't uploaded them yet.
I've thought about doing them ahead of time.
Well,
There
I
we
just
go.
figure, well, if I get it done, then I can just sit there and I can go, okay. I'm laying in bed. I'm like, all right, well, let's make a short. Done.
Well, see, and that's the thing is the way I'm doing them, especially because I'm using OBS.
Right.
They don't line up with shorts.
Right. Well, I did have one which went a little too long, and I had to cut it into 2 halves. I was like, that wasn't working too well. I just got to get figuring out how to get my intro for my Yamato and start making the content for the rest of it, because I do the magazines. I've actually have done the part with the magazine. I shut it off, and then I do the part with the parts. So I'm doing like 2 or 3 magazines at once, and then I do the parts and that way I can, I can sit here and I can like, oh, okay, that's what it says kind of in Japanese. Okay, that's what it kind of says in Japanese. Oh, that's what it says. Yeah. And I fiddle through it.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is I think with my lights, for some reason I got a lot of glare on the magazine, and I have to kind of hold it a certain way or something. I don't know how that's going to look. I'd probably be all bleh.
It won't be
Like
bad.
Wayne on his first shot.
I don't think it'll be bad.
One day I have a new sub one day, and the next day I look, oh, there's another sub, and then I go and I'm like, oh.
Well, what's disheartening sometimes is when you're like, yeah, you got another sub. Wait, where did he go?
Howard was that other author you were thinking of? Was it Dean Koontz?
Yes, because he did one called Frankenstein.
And he also did like all the Odd Thomas books.
Yeah, Dean Koontz, that's who it was. Spelled with a K.
Yep. Koontz.
Yeah. What was it? And I didn't read the Odd Thomas ones, but yeah, now I gotta go look and see where it was called.
They actually made an Odd Thomas movie with Yelchin there from the new Star Trek series. And the movie I thought was decent.
I remember which one the Frankenstein ones was kind of cool. That's a good one if you want to read something.
And then some of his books didn't really have any sort of supernatural twist in them.
No, some of his, like I said, the ones where the kids, they had wings and stuff, and like they got out of a institute that they were like experiments basically.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
I kind of think if they actually did a movie or something similar to it, but I'm not sure again. I can't remember. But
Also, he also wrote Phantoms, which was an awesome movie in my mind.
Phantoms. I want to remember if I had seen that one or not.
Had Ben Affleck in it.
The Batfleck.
Yeah. I thought, I'd recommend the movie Phantoms to people.
I can't remember if I seen that one or not.
Affleck, you were the bomb in Phantoms. That was from Jay and Silent Bob movie.
I've seen so many damn movies. It's sometimes they kind of run together at times.
Come on, get on there.
It's like Goonies. I need to go back and watch that one again. Some of them I've actually seen more times than Alec has been alive.
I actually don't think I've ever seen Goonies all the way through.
Really?
Yep.
Here are some of the people in Phantoms. Peter O'Toole.
Oh, Peter O'Toole. Lawrence of Arabia.
Rose McGowan.
Oh, that was Charmed or
Liv Schreiber.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck. Joanna Going.
Where's Joanna going?
I don't know. You'd have to ask her yourself. And Jody says, "Oh, Peter Old Tool."
Peter's old tool. Yes, indeed.
I can't remember if he's still. Is he?
Affleck. Who else is in there?
I believe he's passed.
Who?
Peter O'Toole.
Oh yeah. He must have. Let's see here. I'm on IMDb. Let's see. 2013. Died at the age of 81.
Yeah, there's a few of these actors that are getting up there pretty high.
Well, like Dick Van Dyke's about to bust 100.
I thought he passed away. Oh, yeah, that's right. Dick Van Dyke. I'm thinking that, yeah.
Oh, it had Bo Hopkins in it.
Why I was thinking of Dick Clark.
I got it. I got it together.
Yay.
I just thought I'd show that real quick. It fought with me, but I got it together.
You know when you got your side camera, it's a totally different color than it is from the top-down camera. The top-down camera makes it look a lot more yellowish.
Well, the top-down actually, yeah, it does.
It makes it a lot more yellow, whereas the side camera makes it more that lighter brownish color.
Yeah. Well, it's one of these things that the setup is done. I just need to tweak things.
Yeah.
Bleep Van Bleep. Why you don't like him, Jody? Oh, I see. I got you. I know why he said Bleep Van Bleep.
Yeah.
I'm a little slow tonight, so just sorry right now.
Wait, have you been breathing oxygen again?
No. Argon.
Jody says, "Get it."
I get it.
Got it. Figured it out.
Get it? Got it? Good. Keep it.
What was his brother's name? Because his brother was younger than him. He just passed away like a couple years ago. I can't think of his name now.
So many good movies back in the day. So many movies that were just fun.
Yeah, and now they're trying to remake them. I think that's somewhat they're trying to do is they figure, well, it's a newer generation. These people haven't seen the old ones. Let's do a remake of it. We can do it better now because we got CGI and all this other new technology and blah, blah,
And
blah.
that's where they screw up is they do CGI.
We're almost at Dick Van Dyke's 100th birthday.
It's kind of like George Lucas. I don't know.
December 13th, 1925.
Wow.
Yeah. He'll probably pass away at the end of the year. Probably will happen. It'll be like Jimmy Carter or Betty White or.
Yeah, hopefully he won't be like I was going to say. Hopefully he won't be like Betty White and just barely miss it.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
just a little bit close. Well, my aunt almost made it to 100.
Look at Jody's comment.
Balls Van Dyke. Oh, God.
His brother.
Dick Van Dyke's birth name was Richard Wayne Van Dyke.
I just realized something. I am really, really old. Because I remember watching the Dick Van Dyke show when it was first run.
I remember a lot of
news
things
on him.
Run.
Dick Van Dyke started celebrating his upcoming 100th birthday early by hosting a 2-hour sing-along charity event with fans on November 30th in Malibu.
Oh, he was
Good
trying
for
to
him.
an Ozzy concert, huh?
Except for I think he was a little bit more coherent than Ozzy was.
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably did less drugs than Ozzy, too.
Yeah.
The event, which was co-hosted by his wife, Arlene Silver, raised funds for a benefit for Dick Van Dyke Museum and the Van Dyke Endowment of the Arts.
Do those turn inside there, Buck?
They do. Hang on just a second. There.
I think I've got this kit, but as a Lego kit. Oh, so okay, so they're the stairs. I see.
Yep. And they do turn. So what we did tonight was the outside of this tower and the stairs.
No, first you broke the tower.
I did. Had to. Somebody's got to break shit.
I think you were just trying to extend your builds.
No.
Jody says he was on Days of Our Lives last year.
These days of our lives.
So made it to 17 and 18 and 19. Made it through 3 packs tonight.
Nice.
So that's where we're at. And once I get off, I'm going to take a flashlight and go look down there for the part that dropped out. I dropped a piece. I brought my hand across here and it went poo.
Yep.
So I'll find it. But let me see. We still have, where'd it go? 12 people hanging on. Thank you for watching, folks. I really appreciate it. And I think Howard and Ken do as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we've got for tonight. And but that's not all we have for the week, because every week we have a full schedule on Hobby Time Modelers. Tomorrow we will have the HTM Woody Wednesday stream where we will have 5 people building the Istanbul tram and 1 person building something, or maybe it's an alien. Thursday we'll have Lighting the Stars. Jordan will be working on, I'm not even sure. I've been keeping up with stuff. I've been busy. But then Friday we have the group live stream. Saturday we have Canadian Starships, usually preceded by Jody. You guys were talking about that on the last stream. Is Jody going to be the only one streaming on Saturday, or is Andrew?
We don't know. It depends on what Andrew's doing, I guess, because Andrew's been kind of a little bit iffy with kids and wife and health.
Okay. So we'll at least have Jody on Trek Mods, and then maybe Canadian Starships. Andrew. Then Sunday we'll have the our other live stream in the afternoon, bringing us back to Monday, where Donnie will be working on the Orville. Tuesday with Bricks and Sprues, and then me, Bricks and Sprues. Keith will be working on his Goonies build, and I'll be working on this and hopefully getting a little bit further. But it's been a great evening. Really appreciate everybody stopping by. Let's see. Alien says Thursday is Jordan, Friday, May. I know that. He's commenting on what I'm saying. But no, really appreciate everybody stopping by. Had a group of people here, and having two producers, kind of neat, kind of lets me just concentrate on building, and hopefully everybody was enjoying watching the build. With that, I am going to say, Howard, what you got to say before we get out of here?
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
How about you, Ken? Anything you want to say?
I'm going to say something normal this time. And I know disappointment, but yeah, if you're looking for something to watch, go watch Begonia and try and figure out what the connection is with HDM.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I'm intrigued. Do me a favor. Text me the name, or message me in Discord the name of that movie. I'll have to go find it then.
All right. And I'll talk to you guys behind the scenes here when the stream ends.
Yep. And let's see. Yeah, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Remember, when building models, Legos, whatever you're doing, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And with that, I'm going to say, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have a great evening, have a great day tomorrow, and we will see you next stream. Bye.